Hello, everybody. Trim here, and today I want to start a series on the classes of Adventure Quest. I go into a little bit more of a detailed look at them, because I know other people have done it too. But the more detailed one, it has been a while since I've seen anyone do it. So, here we go. We're going to start with the standard warrior. I would argue to be the most people's first choice when they get into the game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Warrior is an S tier class. It has some of the best AoE in the game, great for farming, high sustainability. Honestly, it's a fantastic class. You can tank. It's very versatile. Has a lot of damage. So we can we can take a look at the skills. We've got Warcry as the passive, Sever, Crushing Blow, Whirlwind, Earthbreaker, and Seismic Slam. Now let's go into a little bit more detail. So using a warrior skill at 100 Fury increases nearby allies' attack. Cross skills do not activate this effect. So when I mean that this character can tank, I would say this class is a little bit more of an offensive tank versus Guardian's a little bit more of a defensive tank. I'll cover that down the road. But yeah, this is really nice because you boost everyone's damage, everything kills everyone quicker. You don't have to tank for very long when everything's dead. But Fury also does some other things too that we can take a look at. So let's take a look at Sever, a quick, precise slash that generates 1.5 aggro or 50% more aggro, generates 25 Fury, or deals 50% more damage at max Fury. And this is going to be a common trend that you see with the Fury thing. So this is going to be your main sort of this ability here is going to be your main sort of like aggro generation. As you can see, it's on a pretty quick cooldown. It's on a 4-second cooldown. All right, let's reset. Cool. But every time you use an ability, especially like Sever, generates 25 Fury, generates 25 Fury. These abilities generate this Fury, so every time you use it, you gain 25, 25, 25. Once you get to 100, the next attack will do more damage. And that is, honestly, if you're trying to tank, that's pretty important to try to make sure you're using Sever when you have 100 Fury, just because it does generate 1.5 times more aggro. And aggro is based off of damage, unless you have some sort of taunting ability. So next is going to be Crushing Blow, a bone-crushing powerful swing. This is just a single target hit, generates 25 Fury, deals 50% more damage at max Fury, kind of the same thing. Really not much to see here, but we'll go ahead and that's what it looks like. Pretty basic attack. Okay. Alright, so now let's take Whirlwind. This is going to be one of your most used skills, in my opinion, along with Sever. So this is going to be an AoE spin to win type of ability. It's cool as it makes you unstoppable, so you're immune to crowd control. So anytime you're dealing with an enemy that has CCing capabilities, you can actually counteract with Whirlwind. Amazing for that. Well, then you have Armor Break, which is a 30% reduction to their armor and protection. And then it gives you protection, which reduces your damage taken by 5% per stack. So, and then you can have up to five stacks of protection, 25% extra defense there. So this is really good. Ignoring crowd control, cutting through enemies' defenses while increasing your own, generating 25 Fury, or deal 50% more damage at max Fury. So the whole, all your abilities will generate this 25 Fury, and they also do more damage at max Fury. So the Fury has more than one thing. This whole every time you cast a skill, you increase everyone's attack, which is fantastic. But you got to make sure you kind of like, all right, well, if I'm grinding a lot and I'm playing solo, I might want to use Whirlwind at max Fury, just because it does more damage. Okay, then you have this one, massive attack that shatters rock foes alike, generates 25 Fury, deals 50% more damage at max Fury. Same thing. This is just kind of similar to Crushing Blow, though it has a higher multiplier. This is a 160% multiplier, and this one is a 300% multiplier. Pretty much the same thing. It's a single target, hard hitting ability. And then the Seismic Slam is just an AoE. It's really nice, especially when you're, using a class that only has like single targets. Getting Warrior to 10 gives pretty much all classes the ability to have some sort of AoE in their kit. So, getting him 10 is pretty beneficial. Now, I've seen a lot of videos, people complain how there's only a few abilities, but I think they do a pretty good job at making the abilities easy to use, but there's a little bit more nuance. So right now, I'm at 100 Fury, so then I'd have to decide whether or not I want to wait to use like Sever to maintain aggro if I'm tanking. If I'm hitting a lot of targets, I could use it on my 4 ability, do more damage to multiple folks. Or if I'm just fighting a single individual, I could save it for my ult. I'm nowhere near my ult, so then I would just use it on my 3 ability. So in this scenario, I would probably just use it on my 3 ability. Okay, and then I would use Spin to Win, just to break his defenses. I was hitting the wrong button there. And I'm getting close to having my ult here. This is kind of the rotation that I personally would use. Back up from this. So right here, we're going to hit 3 because I want to use my Spin to Win and this at max Fury to do the most amount of damage on top of the defense break. So hitting 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 is it's not very beneficial. Typically, you would want to run in using the Spin to Win, because that breaks defenses. Why would you want to hit 2, 3, and 4 when the 4th ability is the thing that makes all the other abilities do more damage? You see what I mean? So, not super complicated. There's not a lot of nuance to it. It's pretty easy to understand. But this is a starter class, so I would kind of hope the starter classes be easier to understand. I guess I didn't really show this. Yeah, like I said, it's just an AoE ability. See, it's pretty. The range is not bad either. But yeah, I didn't want to go make these videos too long. Kind of just wanted to go over each individual skill and how they work in practice, and kind of what the class is really good at. The Warrior is fantastic DPS, and also makes a really good tank, especially if you're rocking a healer. I would rather have a Warrior as my tank than a Guardian, personally, just because the Warrior makes everyone do more damage. The Warrior just does more damage in general, and you don't have to worry about the survivability thing because he's getting 25% damage reduction with protection here, and then the healer can keep him up. Now, if you're running like a dungeon and you don't have a healer, then for sure I would say Guardian would be the better tank. But in terms of just farming, this is probably your best class. Maybe Ranger was another good farming class. But yeah, so if you liked the video, give it a like, and subscribe if you want to see more content similar to this one. I would like to do all the classes, just kind of explaining how to use it, the rotations, and what each class is good for. So I'll see you guys in the next one.